Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. So my name is Nor Izzatisha Mimi Benta Mabustama and welcome to my presentation which is entitled Speech Disorder and the Brain. So today I'll be talking about how our brain controls speech and what happens when certain parts are affected, which we will be focusing on two main speech disorder, which are aphasia and also stuttering. So, alright, so what are actually speech disorder? So basically, speech disorders happen when there's a problem in the part of the brain that control language or speech movement. So in simple terms, aphasia affects language, which is on how we form and understand sentences, and meanwhile, stuttering affect the fluency on how smoothly we speak. So to understand this better, let's look at each disorder and which parts of the brain are involved. Okay, let's see it. Alright, so let's start with aphasia, which is a language disorder caused by a damage to the brain's language centers, often after a stroke or injury. So two main parts of the brain are affected, which are Broca's areas and Wernicke's areas. So both of it located on the left side of the brain. Left, right? Yes, left. Okay. Alright, so Broca's area found in the left frontal lobe. Okay, so it is responsible for speech production and also grammar. So when this area is damaged, so the speech becomes slow and effortful, and the sentences are often short or incomplete. So people may also have difficulty pronouncing words clearly, and sometimes their writing is affected too. So this is known as Broca's aphasia, or we call it as non-fluent aphasia. So the person can, you usually understand others, but it might be struggles for them to form complete sentences. Right? For example, instead of saying I go to school, they might say me go school. So meanwhile, Wernicke area located in the left temporal lobe. So it is responsible for understanding language and choosing the right word. Okay, so when this area is damaged, so a person can still speak fluently, but their words don't make sense. So this is a condition called Wernicke's aphasia, or we call it as fluent aphasia. Alright, so they may use wrong or mix up words, have trouble understanding others, and cannot repeat phrases accurately. So for example, they might say something like I'm the blue sky dinner. So so their speech sounds smooth, but the meaning is confused or unclear. Alright, so in aphasia, the main speech function affected are sentence structure, fluency, comprehension, and word finding. So it's not that the person isn't intelligent, but it's just that the language pathways in the brain are damaged, which making the communication difficult. Okay, so noted that, yeah. Alright, so now let's move on to stuttering. So it is quite different from aphasia. So what is stuttering? So stuttering is a fluency disorder, meaning the person knows exactly what they want to say, but their brain struggle to send smooth signals to the speech muscle. So this happens when several brain regions that control speech timing and coordination don't work together perfectly. So the main areas involved include the cerebral cortex, which manage the cognitive, sensory, and also motor function needed for thinking, feeling, and also moving speech muscle. And not only that, there are also the basal ganglia, so which coordinate movement and also timing. So when it's not synchronized, the speech muscle may start or stop irregularly. So also the thalamus, which processes sensory signals and send messages between different brain regions. So if this connection is disrupted, so the rhythm of speech can be affected, and sometimes the right hemisphere becomes overactive, so it could interrupting the normal speech flow. So these areas actually form a loop that constantly sends and also receives signals to keep our speech smooth and steady. So when this loop is disrupted, so speech flow becomes uneven, leading to repetition and also prolongation or pauses, so which we recognize as stuttering. Yes, good everyone, very good. So even though grammar and sentence structure are completely normal, people who stutter often struggle with fluency, become rhythm and also motor control. So this reminds us that speech isn't just about language, but it is also about timing, coordination, and also confidence. Are you agree with me or not? Agree, right? Of course. All of you must agree with this statement. Yeah. Alright, so in summary, both disorders show how powerful and complex our brain is. So aphasia affects language structure and comprehension due to left brain injury. Meanwhile, stuttering affects speech fluency and timing due to coordination issues in the brain's motor system. So both actually remind us that how closely connected the brain is to communication. Right, okay, so yeah, that's all from me. Thank you for listening, everyone. Bye bye. Have a nice day. Assalamualaikum.